Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Mojo.
How you doing?
Hello. How you doing?
Been better, been worse.
So you're the infamous woman in the video that's been going viral lately about getting attacked at
Yes.
a bar.
Yes, sir.
So
Yep.
where is that bar located? And can you give me a little bit of backstory on what's going on with this whole situation?
Yeah, so the bar is located in a Picayune, Mississippi address. But it has a different county it's registered under. It's right on the line kind of thing. The guy, okay, so my fiance, my old man, he used to be with this club. He used to be with the Gooses. He poured blood, sweat, and tears in this club. He's older, so he stepped out for medical. Stepped out good. That's been almost 4 years ago. Okay. Uh, Never had any problems with these guys. I'm always buying them rounds. They buy me rounds, whatever. Never had no issues until this one day. I don't know where this guy got this information or what, but if you look on the video, you see me walking out, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of doing like a little happy step, I'm walking out and there's other civilians there, so they can't say I walked up on a conversation. I grew up in this life. I know what to do and what not to do. Okay. Not just because I had an old man that was in the club. I've known this life way before he even come along. And anyway, you see me walking out there. I just got through buying rounds at another place, another establishment up the road for a whole nother crew. And I walk in, I see the guys out there. I went to go tell them hello. I didn't even get hello out my mouth. You see the guy's hands that attacked me, like pointing at me, like lifting up off the table and pointing at me, saying, "You need to leave now. It's okay to cuss because it's gonna be a lot of it."
Yeah. You can go.
Okay. It's verbatim. Okay, it's verbatim. You can actually watch the video and pretty much sync what I'm about to tell you with the movements. So you see me walk outside, and all of a sudden, the guy that's standing up that attacks me says, "You need to leave now, you." I said, "Excuse me, who are you?" I didn't recognize him at first. And I knew it wasn't a conversation, like I said. And so, "Excuse me," and you see me scoot a little closer. I'm like, "What? Who are you?" And he says, "You heard what I said. You need to leave now. You stole a club member's bike." I said, and I went to stepping closer. Now, the guy that's in the corner that he's standing next to is a dude I grew up with, him and his wife, who happened to be the bartender that day. Okay? He wouldn't be where he is today had it not been for my old man. My dude, it's so messed up. It's so messed up. And so that's why you see after the dude walks around and choke slams me and throws me to the ground and hits me in my face, only one patron stepped up. And that was an old guy, bless his heart. And he even got hit in the face. In the meantime, you see me walk over to my so-called friend, so-called brother, for like, what the hell, dude? What's going on? And you see him step back, take a sip of his beer, and just watch everything else going on, and then walk away from me. What is that? That's bullshit. And then the dude comes around there and tells me again I need to leave. I'm like, dude, you don't even know what you're talking about. And you see me pointing towards outside, which is where my bike is parked. I ride hard. And anyway, I'm pointing at my bike saying, "Dude, the only bike I have is mine and it's in my name. You don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you got stuff messed up. Like, it's so ridiculous." And then he continued to tell me I needed to leave. I said, "You know what? I'll leave, but I'm still going to have a beer in my bar." So I left from outside the patio area, and that's when I walked in, and he yelled something at me, and I said, "You don't even know what you're talking about." And I turned around and said, "You know what? Fuck you." And that's when I walked inside. I'm not scared. I'll run my fucking mouth just as much as they will. But you don't fucking treat me like that. Like, I've done nothing to these people. Always been there for them. When you walk in their local clubhouse in Picayune, the artwork that's on the floor, their tri-patch and everything, I painted that. Free-handed all in one night when it was freezing cold. All their artwork in there. There's a couple of their fucking t-shirts I've done. This is like, it's ridiculous. So anyway, I walk into the bar, and that's when you see him follow right behind me and won't leave me alone. And I finally had enough. And when he shoved my head down into the bar, it's concrete bar, by the way, I threw my hand up like, "That's enough, dude. Leave me alone." And he told the bartender to refuse me service.
Was he saying things to you while he was in back of you?
Yeah, he was telling me that I stole a club member's bike. I'm like, "Dude, you don't even know what you're talking about. You've got me messed up with somebody else. Like, you don't even know." And he's telling me that I wasn't shit and all kinds of stuff. And when he was beating on me, he was telling me, "You're going to ride like a man, you get beat like a man," all kinds of stuff like that. There's a few things I don't remember because I did lose consciousness at one point. But, like, it's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. And now My old man gets a message today talking about how does it feel to be going from a 1%er to a rat. He never called the police. He never did none of that. This happened November 22nd. I filed a report. Just because I have I have a lesion in my frontal lobe, my left frontal lobe. Yeah. They found that out when I'm going through my breast cancer stuff. I've got fucking cancer and they're gonna fucking beat on me like that.
Wow.
And that's what's it's so sad. It's so sad to have your so-called family and friends that smile in your face do this. You know?
When did you never met this guy before? Did you ever meet him before?
I've met him before. I mean, like I said, I didn't recognize him at first. I've met him before, and he's bought drinks for me and my old man since he's been out the club.
Now, when did this video get released? Was it released
when I finally went down to the police station, to the sheriff's department, and filed formal charge?
In November, right?
No, the incident happened in November. We gave the club plenty of time to handle it in-house. I've got over $8,000 worth of medical bills because my insurance only covers my cancer stuff, not emergency visit for any of this, you know? And so I've been pushed to do this, and I really wanted the club to handle it. But they're like, you would think that they would want to back away from this, you know, to make it not happen. And dude, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad on the video. And it's going viral, right? A lot of people are commenting. You're getting a lot of views. And
yeah, a lot of people are burning their stuff.
Yeah, like videos of people burning their patches, their support gear.
Yep.
And so did you ever have a problem with this club in the past?
Not a one. Just recently went to the funeral of their national SA, their sergeant at arms, who was a good friend of mine, around the club and out the club. And nothing was ever said there, nothing. Every time, even the week before, you know, I would go there and I would sing, because I sing sometimes and stuff, but like, go there and hang out, and never had a problem. Not a snooty look, nothing. They see me at other places. I can't go anywhere without them knowing me or seeing me, and they're like, hey sis, what's up, Mojo? You know?
And you said your old man was in the club for how long?
Yes, he was in this particular club, this particular chapter. Yeah.
Did you ever have any dealings with a motorcycle connected to this club?
No, sir. No, sir. The only bike I have and the only bike that I ride is mine.
So where would you get the inkling that you took a member's bike and sold it?
You know, that's the thing. Over 4 years ago now, there was an incident where my old man, he had just got me, no, it's about almost 5 years ago, had gotten me the bike, okay, as my birthday gift. Well, it was still in his name. We had an altercation, not altercation, but like a little dispute. And so I left, and he wanted the bike located because it was still in his name and it wasn't insured. So he just put a bolo out on me to be, if y'all see the bike, let me know. I'm going to go get it, kind of thing. Because he was pissed off, whatever. But he never once said I stole the bike or none of that shit. You know?
Do you think maybe he's thinking of that?
But we've already been around these people. In particular, that one guy who attacked me. So I don't know if the dude was up or whatever his deal is. I don't know. I know he gets out there. He's crazy. And this ain't the first time he's put his hands on people. And that's all. I just want accountability. You know, nobody I've ever known would ever stand for that to happen in their club, let alone let that be the representation of their patch.
I'm not in a club, so like wearing a patch and doing something like that on video is a pretty bad thing, because a lot of people are seeing this, and like you said, it represents the club. Like, people look at that like, damn, the whole club is like that. But I mean,
well, I know that when they look at an old lady and they say, whenever an old lady, whatever she does, just like if you're in the military, you know, just like anywhere else, what your old lady does is a representation of who you are, you know? And so therefore, just like with a patch, that's, you know, same thing. When you wear that patch, you're supposed to honor it. You know, that's the whole reason you wear it. And you're supposed to have pride in it, not disrespect it on it.
Wasn't
in
that
plain view in public?
The man that was there during your interview that spoke, I'm not sure who that guy was. Wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a local guy.
He said that this guy one of the high-ranking members there, so that's maybe why the other people didn't jump in and stop it.
It's a possibility. I think it's more of not just his rank, just his years that's been around, and his reputation, more or less. And the others are, I can tell you right now, the one that was my friend, ex-friend, or whatever the hell he want to call himself now, the one that was sitting there, I don't know if it's, I'm not going to say names on here, but that guy is now the...
I seen a video of one of you.
Yeah, it
you
is in the
dancing.
video.
You were dancing with one of
Yeah.
them guys. So, like, how does it go from that to that? It's just
dancing.
Yeah, weren't you dancing in a video, or maybe that was
Yeah,
someone
that was
else?
that on my stuff. Yeah, that was my old man. Yeah, that was my old man.
Oh yeah, when he had his patch on.
Yeah, this is years ago when he had his patch on. Yeah,
I was like, she's dancing with one of the guys. Like, I don't get it.
No, I've had no interactions with that man unless my old man was present. You know what I mean? Like, it's never, especially dealing with a bike. I can tell you right now, like, I ride my bike. I don't even let my old man don't even back my own bike out. You know, like that's my bike. I don't have time for another bike or anything like that unless I'm helping him build one. You know, and if anything, they should have reached out to him first. Had they had a problem, and like I said, had I been walking up on a conversation, which was not the case because there's two other civilians out there. You know, there's two other people out there who are not patch members. So you can't say I walked up on a conversation. I didn't walk out there and start anything. I didn't even get a hello out my mouth. I was getting ready to buy them all around a beer.
And then the older gentleman that was at the bar, he did try to do something. Is he
he even got smacked. He a
supporter, or is he?
No, he's just a local patron that I just saw him at the other establishment beforehand. You know, and he's a good person. He's a good man, and he just stands up for what's right and what's wrong. You know, is wrong.
And the bartender,
and unfortunately, he took a hit.
Out. The bartender was...
Yeah, that was the wife. The wife of the man who I walked around to, the president.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. So you're getting a lot of eyes on this situation. What do you want to happen?